Welcome to the Tupelo regular city council meeting of October the 18th, 2022. At this time, we'll rise for an invocation by myself and the Pledge of Allegiance by Nettie Davis. Please bow your head. Our Father, thank Thee for Thy many blessings. Keep us from harm, guide us, and teach us to be true to each other, ourselves, and Thee. Amen.
Amen. I'm going to ask Sarah Jennifer Lindsay to come up and lead us in the pledge tonight, to come forward. Attention.
Attention.
Salute.
Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
At this time, we're going to call the meeting to order and ask the Vice President, Travis Beard, to confirm or amend the agenda and the agenda order.
Mr. President, I would like to amend the agenda. Have several items, so if you'll bear with me, we want to delete item 18. This matter of ratification of a contract was addressed at a previous meeting. We're going to add item 7.5 in the matter of MDOT matching grant for Tupelo Airport Authority. We're also going to add item 24, the matter of approval of submission of a grant application for Project Safe Neighborhoods funding. And also, I recommend adding item 25, excuse me, in the matter of approval of change order number 2 and final summary for Jackson Street improvements, Clayton to Madison.
Second.
So I got a motion by Travis Beard, a second by Buddy Palmer. Do we have any discussion? All in favor? The motion carries. The agenda has been amended. We'll move to the proclamations, recognitions, and reports agenda. Mayor, do we have any proclamations?
We don't.
Do we have any no Boys and Girl Scouts, employee recognition? I tell you what, before we go into the public recognitions, Miss Daddy, you wanted to suspend the rules to allow somebody to speak. Can we go ahead and do that?
So you'd like for me to make that motion now?
Yes, please.
I would like for us to suspend the rule and allow Representative Miss Lindsay, Jennifer Lindsay, to come before the council doing the, what is that? That will fall under what?
Well, we'll just do it under the public recognition.
Yeah, public recognitions.
So Ms. Daddy's got a motion to suspend the rules, and Travis has seconded. All in favor of suspending the rules? Motion carries. What's her name? Lindsay?
Jennifer Lindsay.
Jennifer, could you come on up?
Chris Trella's daughter.
Good evening, Mayor Jordan and members of the City of Tupelo City Council. We are members, can you hear me? Okay. We are members of the New Sigma Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a service organization for college-educated women. Although we were founded in Washington, D.C. in 1908, we were chartered here in Tupelo, Mississippi in 1980. My name is Jennifer Lindsay, and I, alongside Raven Fields, we spearhead the Advocate for Social Justice initiative for our chapter. We're here today in a continuation of our ongoing tradition of sitting in on fall city council meetings so that our members can be educated on issues that affect us in our community. This meeting, our attendance also serves a second purpose, and that is to thank you for all of the tireless work that you do for all of the citizens of Tupelo. Additionally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the mayor, the city council, and all municipal staff for all of your help that went in making last month's statewide cluster a resounding success. It was our first time hosting an event of its magnitude, and from the signs placed throughout the city and the tinting of the Transformers pink and green, you literally rolled out the welcome mat to make everyone feel welcome, and we appreciate you for that.
And at this time, we would like to present to Rosie Jones, who is a member of Alpha Gamma Alpha, and to Ms. Nettie Davis, who's a part of our chapter as well, 2 tokens of love for just coming to you all and voicing some of our concerns and our needs, and you making those come to pass for us.
Thank y'all. At this time, in the matter of public recognitions, we have a recognition of a Tupelo citizen by John Quacko.
Thank you, Mr. President. When I started this job in January, we established a Chiefs Award, and it recognizes citizens in the community that have gone above and beyond. This is our only 3rd time to do this since I've been here. But this one absolutely is the best example there can be. And tonight I want to recognize Ms. Dilworth. And I'm going to read you a letter that was written to me by Captain Moyer because he was on duty that night. I'd like to take the opportunity to commend a member of the civilian community for going above and beyond. On September 26th, Nadia Dilworth was driving on Monument Street when she observed a very small child riding his bicycle on the road unattended. And this is about 11 o'clock at night. She immediately took possession of the child for his safety and contacted 911. 2 police officers arrived, met her at Hancock Park, where she had the child warming in her car. The child had no shoes on and appeared to be very cold. As Tupelo PD was making notifications and taking custody of the child, Ms. Dilworth informed us the child was wet from urinating on himself. While we were awaiting CPS to arrive, Ms. Dilworth came back with a diaper and changed the toddler so he would be dry. She also asked if she could bring back some food for him. Ms. Dilworth went way above and beyond what a normal citizen would normally do in regard to a call like this. So at this time, I would like to congratulate Ms. Dilworth for being the recipient of the Chiefs Award.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chief. At this time, we'll have public recognitions. We'll start with Ms. Nettie.
There are several things that I would like to mention that we were very proud of. 2 weeks, I guess 2 Saturdays ago, the Faith in Blue festival that was well attended and sponsored by the police department. Also the Chili Festival, which had a excellent turnout, and then the Down on Main concert, which was very outstanding. And I would also like to thank the NACP for our outstanding banquet. It was a sellout number at that event, well attended, and we were very proud of that in this community.
Good. Travis?
I don't have anything.
Buddy?
No, I don't have
Rosie?
it.
Yeah, I would like to thank Miss Nettie and Marcus Gary for going out to saving our youth. It was our first, and her and Marcus went along with the rest of the crew. Also, Sabrina, our very own from Code, they went out and kept things under wrap while I was attending a funeral, and I want to say thank you for that. Also want to thank you for forming our chapter, starting our chapter, our very first chapter here in New Sigma Omega here in Tupelo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Janet?
Nothing.
Chad? Only thing I have to say is we just did a ribbon cutting on a new Keep Tupelo Beautiful van. You'll see it around. It's been wrapped, stands out. part of the effort of the mayor's team to keep city trash picked up, and it really looks good. Y'all did a good job.
I just wanted, we have Pistons in the park coming up Saturday. Ole Miss and LSU will start at 2:30, Mississippi State and Alabama at 6. Looks like the weather's going to be great. We kind of given Lucia a new name with all the things that she's done. She's Lucky Lucia because everything she's done has been spectacular. The weather's been great, so it's and the ladies, I'm a little disappointed. Miss Nettie said there's going to be 50 of you here. So next fall meeting, you got to get the chapter up a little bit. I want to see everything pink and green. So y'all got to step it up a little bit. If not, I'm gonna be upset at Miss Nettie. So thank y'all for being here.
I failed to mention about, he was talking about the football game, Mississippi State and Ole Miss, all of the SWAT colleges are having their homecoming on a Saturday, and it just will be a lot of outstanding football playing going on. But Alcorn State, Jackson State, and Mississippi Valley State will be playing this coming Saturday, and I know some of us will be going to those games.
Safe travels.
Good. With at this time, we're going to close the regular meeting and open the public agenda. The first item under the public agenda is item 2 in the matter of a public hearing for lot mowing. Do we have anybody here to speak on lot mowings? Seeing none, no appeals, no citizens hearings. We're going to move to the action agenda. Both items on the action agenda are tabled right now, but Director of Development Services Tanner Jones has asked me to have item 3, Tanner Newman, I'm sorry, as item 3 in the matter of an ordinance amending development code by amending Appendix A containing various design standards, guidelines, and specifications referenced therein, TA 22-03.26, off the table so we can vote on it. So do I have a motion to take this item off the table?
So moved. Second.
I got an item by Buddy Palmer, a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Travis Beard. All in favor? The item has been removed from the table. Do I have a motion to approve this amendment?
So moved. Second.
I got a motion by Travis Beard and a second by Janet Gaston. Tanner, could you come up here right quick and go over that?
Tanner,
Chairman. This
looking.
item will just add, oh, I'm sorry.
So Tanner's better looking than
I defer. This appendix will add in some of our design standard criteria for our overlay districts for Fair Park, Joyner, and for downtown design review, as well as our downtown historic district and our stormwater and drainage standards that are currently being practiced on but have not been codified. So we're just including those in the code.
Any questions? All in favor of approving the motion, raise your hand. Motion carries. Item 4 will remain on the table. Routine agenda. Item 5. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the October 4, 2022 regular meeting?
I move that we would approve the minutes of October the 4th regular meeting.
Second.
I got a motion by Nettie Davidson, second by Travis Beard. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 6, in the matter of bill pay.
I make a motion we pay the bills. Second.
I got a motion by Rosie Jones and a second by Janet Gasson to pay the bills. The bills were paid by Travis Beard, Nettie Davis, and Buddy Palmer. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 7, in the matter of advertising and promotional items.
Move, we approved. Do we have any?
We don't have any. We don't have any. Okay, item 7.5. Do I have a motion to approve an MDOT matching grant for Tupelo Airport Authority, the grant number being AIP 3-28-0070-052-0 correction 2022.
I move that we accept this matching grant.
Second.
Got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Nancy Davis. All in favor?
Joe's here tonight if you can, if you want to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good evening. So this is basically, the way AIP works is 95% of the federal money and then 5% local. With the state law, the way it works, they actually cover 2.5%. And then us, the airport, we put up the other 2.5%. So it's roughly $29,826 for that grant. And if y'all have any questions, I can answer.
Any questions?
Excuse me, yeah. What is going to be done with this money again?
All right, so we have a runway rehab project. That's a remarking project. We're installing LED lighting on the runway, installation of runway visual guidance system, and then design to reconstruct an apron on the airfield.
Okay.
Any other questions? All in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 8, in the matter, do I have a motion to approve the electrical fund audit for 2022?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Chad Mims, a second by Janet Gaston. They talked to us yesterday. Kim, give us a quick rundown.
Yes, if you were here yesterday, you heard a rundown basically from Michael Little. Monica Cooper accompanied him. They are from the Gerald Group. They audited the electric fund, which is on a 6/30 fiscal year ending date required by TVA. And this fund was it was a finding-free audit. It was basically what they call an unmodified opinion, which is the best you can get. And he hit a few highlights yesterday. Won't go into those, but it was a great audit. A lot of credit went to Johnny Timmons.
Any questions? All in favor of approving the audit, raise your hand. Audit's approved.
Thank you.
Item 9, in the matter of review and approve properties for lot mowing.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Travis Beard, second by Chad Mims. You've got the list. Any questions? I think that the original list came out was about 3 pages, and they were down to about 12 or 11 or 12 when they got finished. If no questions, all in favor? The list is approved. Item 10, they have a motion to approve an agreement between the DEA and the Tupelo Police Department.
I move that we would approve this agreement.
Second.
I got a motion by Nettie Davis, a second by Janet Gaston. Is that Janet or Rosie?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, John?
Yes, we have a police officer that is assigned to the DEA task force, and every year they have to renew the agreement between us and DEA. Legal has reviewed this and they've approved it, so we're asking for this routine approval of this agreement with DEA.
Any questions of Chief Quappa?
Could you clarify what that DEA is?
The Drug Enforcement Agency.
Okay.
Any more questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 11, have a motion to approve a proposal from McCarty Architects.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Travis Beard and a second by Buddy Palmer. Chief?
Yes, I'm asking you to approve a conceptual site plan that will be designed for us by McCarty Architects. This will be in regard to a motorcycle and EOD garage, as well as other buildings at the academy, such as a barracks, a new barracks, a kitchen, and a storm shelter. The maximum cost is going to be $9,200.
Any questions of Chief Falca?
Where will the storm shelter go? And
Well, we're hoping it will be incorporated in the barracks design, so it won't be a standalone facility.
Any questions of Chief? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 12, to have a motion to approve an agreement between Carfax and Tupelo Police Department.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion by Travis Beard and a second by Buddy Palmer. Chief?
Yes, before you, I'm asking for an agreement between us and Carfax. The contract with Carfax has been reviewed by legal. They have approved it. This will provide us several things. Number one, it will provide us a point of origin of every car with their VIN number. We're starting to see cars in Tupelo that have altered VIN numbers and have altered titles, and this will help us get to the root of where this car is actually from. It's also going to help us with parking lot accidents. It's going to give us an app where when we respond to a parking lot accident, we just plug in the information to an app and then it goes to each driver. It will allow us to search partial license plate numbers, which we don't have the ability to do that. And also it will give us VIN alerts. So if another agency puts in a VIN alert, we'll get it, and then we can put in a VIN alert and other agencies will get it. It's not costing us any money. What we're going to provide to them in return is access to our accident report systems. I made a misstatement yesterday. I told you that these records were open to the public anyway. That's not true. These are not open public records. These are records that we decide to give to them. We don't have to give them to them, but that's part of the agreement. Here again, this has been reviewed by legal, and they have approved it.
Any questions of the chief?
So,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
have a question. So, you're gonna give the information to Carfax?
Yes, they will have access to our database for accident reports. And that just builds their database. So when we access their database, we're getting information from other police departments that are doing the same thing we're doing.
So when employees at Carfax have, all people that work at Carfax have the ability to see all this information?
Well, they only give it access to select people. Not everyone gets it.
Yeah, that's just when you go, like when any of us pull a Carfax and it shows a wreck has happened, that comes from that data.
That's absolutely right. But we, as a police department, we get further access that you would not.
Citizens would see.
Right.
Any other questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 13, I have a motion to accept bid number 2022-034 PD, an EOD robot.
Move that we accept this bid.
Second.
I got a motion by Buddy Palmer, a second by Nettie Davis. John?
Yes, thanks to Abby, we have received a Homeland Security grant, and with this money, for $104,000, we're able to purchase a new EOD robot. Our current robot is 12 years old. It is obsolete, it's outdated. This robot specifically will give us the ability to be used as a recon robot and also to render explosive devices safe.
Any other questions?
I do have a question. With that grant, do you have any other grants coming up about cameras? Or is
That's coming up
It's coming up
Tonight?
later tonight.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 14, I have a motion to approve a leave donation request for the fire department employee.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Travis Beard and a second by Chad Mills. Kelly?
Yes, sir. Hey, we were requesting permission to receive donated leave for a member that's had major surgery and will be off for the next 12 weeks or so. He has exhausted all of his vacation and sick time.
Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 15, to have a motion to approve Fire Stations 2 surplus items.
I move that we would approve Fire Station number 2 surplus items.
Second.
I got a motion by Nettie Davis and a second by Janet Gaston. Kelly?
Yes, sir. Requesting permission to surplus 2 items. An HVAC unit that has no usable life to totally dispose of, and an exhaust system. We are going to ask to surplus it for parts to be used at other stations.
Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 16, now, there's two words that I'm going to remove from this motion that's different on the order, and we need to make sure we vote on it correctly. So, do I have a motion to approve an order to surplus the structure and real estate property located near the intersection of Main Street and Rankin Boulevard, formerly known as Fire Station Number 2, and to authorize the demolition of the surplus structure?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Rosie Jones. Stephen?
Yeah, thank you, Councilman Bryan. Since the fire department has moved into the new fire station there on Blair Street, there's no longer any need for the old fire station, number 2, that sits on Main Street there at the corner of Main Street and Rankin Boulevard. So the request here is to surplus the building and the real property that it sits on so that we can go forward with the demolition process on the building, and then we'll come back to the council with an order to allow us to sell the property.
Any questions?
I'd just like to make a comment that that station that he just mentioned is located near Kroger's, the one that's going to be done away with. And we have a beautiful new fire station over on Blair Street near Inspiration Community Church. If you got a chance, just drive by there. We just had a ribbon cutting on that, which we're very excited about.
Any other questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 17, I have a motion to reject the bid of the re-roofing for the Police Athletic League building, bid number 2022-033WL.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Chad Mims and a second by Buddy Palmer. Chuck?
Yes, sir. We're asking to reject this bid. It was open on 9/29, had 2 bidders, and both of them was extremely high. So we just can't afford that right now.
So is the athletic league building in need of a move? Is it leaking?
Several places. Well, it's patched right now, but it needs a whole new structure up there.
So,
We're going to rebid it and try to get this done this winter.
okay.
Any other questions of Chuck? All in favor? Motion carries. We've deleted item 18. Item 19, I have a motion to approve a bid for Hank and Helen Borner skate park renovations and improvements. Bid number 2022-035 PR. Alex? Oh, I'm sorry. A motion.
Second.
Motion by Chad Mims, second by Janet Gasson. Alex?
Well, I'm very excited to stand before you tonight and finally have a successful bid for this project. This will take place out at Ballard Park, right, and will be some additions to the current skate park. The company that was the lowest bidder was Grindline Skate Parks Incorporated, and we are just very excited to have this project and to move forward with this project. And I wanted to also tell you, I know we talked a little bit in the work session yesterday about, Neil got up and talked about how non-traditional sports, trying to get those and coming in even with pickleball. Well, this is another one. One of the things that we're going to be able to do when this skate park is completed is to hold skate competitions out there as well. And so really looking forward to work with that community and that board to bring that to Tupelo.
Any questions of Alex?
Yes, Alex, when do you expect to get started?
Well, as soon as I need to get with Shipman and try to, we'll have some contract stuff that we'll need to get back before you, but hopefully as
soon as you can,
possible.
right? Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions?
I do have a question. Does the contractor, do they also help with advising on how to promote skate? I mean, is that something, how do we have the knowledge of how to promote our park?
Well, and that's the one thing is our skate park group that we have and the board that we've been working with, they are very knowledgeable with it. When Matthew Robinson was a big inspiration and a big help when he put the event downtown, and that went off very well. And just He has got a lot of contacts, a lot of knowledge, knows how to put these competitions on, and also knows how to recruit for them. And he's got a lot of contacts in the skate park world, and I think this company that we're going to be dealing with will also be able to help some with that as well too. So
Nice.
So does Tupelo have a skateboard team?
no, it's almost like an individual, type thing. And but we've got a lot of skaters. The skate park community is really big and growing.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I just want to thank, many of us knew Hank Boyer, and I'm just happy that they have dedicated this park to him, and I'm also finally happy that we got a bid to go through, because we've been working on this for a long period of time. So we hope that people will take advantage of this new opportunity in Tupelo.
Absolutely.
All right, no other questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 20, I have a motion to approve of surplus item, Johnny Timmons.
So moved.
I got a motion by Travis Beard.
Second.
Second by Buddy Palmer. Johnny, what you got?
Council, this is a 2013 cat skid steer. We use it in the department to off-road dump trucks with crusher run, crushed stone. It's not adequate or safe to be used in this situation, so I'd like to surplus it, put it in the auction, and take the funds and buy, an upgraded unit, something that handles it a little better.
Any questions, Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny, what do you expect to get for that?
Yeah, the Bobcat dealer tells me it's somewhere in the $30,000 range.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Where will you be utilizing this machine that you are developing? You're purchasing?
Yes, ma'am. You know where the Metro Fuel Center is?
Yeah.
Where we have crush and run piles there where we store our rock, and it's based out of there.
Okay.
Any other questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 21, I have a motion to approve the final resolution of ad valorem tax exemption for Hawkeye Industries.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Janet Gaston and a second by Chad Mills. That would be Mr. Logan.
A few months ago, we approved the initial resolution for Hawkeye Industries to get a 10-year tax exemption on additions to their plant and equipment. That goes to the state Department of Revenue, and they have approved that exemption with just one slight change that does not exempt software that they purchased.
Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 22, I have a motion to declare as surplus 0.107 acres of real property located at 322 West Main Street near the intersection of Main Street and Green Street, and to authorize the sale of said properties to Bostic North Mississippi Rentals, LLC.
I move that we accept this order to surplus this.
Second.
I got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Travis Beard. Who is that? Neil McCoy.
Yes, sir. Councilman Bryan, this is the tract of property on West Main Street near Dr. Bostic's old optometrist office. What we'd like to do is we've had it surveyed, appraised. The potential buyer has had it appraised. We'd like to surplus this and then turn around and sell it to them at an agreed price.
Can I ask a question? I think in discussion with that piece of property, there was a written in the agreement that they would have a time limit to begin construction, or that property would then be offered back to us. Did I understand that correctly?
That is the plan for the city to negotiate that into the contract before we sell it. That contract will come to you before it is approved or before we enter into that agreement, but that is our intention, is to have a time frame in which they must have, I believe, a construction permit. Is that right, Jeannie? They must have a, I'll put you on the spot.
Yeah, we're just declaring it surplus right now.
Yeah, so we're not selling it right now. We're
No,
just
sir. This is just
surplusing
surplusing
it
it so
right
that
now.
we can sell it. That's the next step. Yes, sir.
Neil, do you know what type of structure they plan to put their business, or you're not sure at this time?
Well, this will have to comply with the mixed-use overlay district, and so it'll have to go retail restaurant on that first floor, and then second floor can be apartments or professional service offices.
Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 23, I have a motion to approve a memorandum of understanding with Northeast Mississippi Community Services Incorporated.
I move that we approve this MOU.
Second.
I got a motion by Buddy Palmer, a second by Travis Beard. Who is doing this?
Don?
Don? Hey, Don.
I'm looking at it, I mean, it's just our standard contract that we have with North Mississippi Transit. And they're asking for it, and the cost is the same. It is a budgeted item.
Yeah, so the transit system in Tupelo is actually operated by North Mississippi Transit, and basically they charge us a fee, which is not going up, and any federal grant money that matches that is just turned over to them. That's how they run the system.
Excuse me. What is that fee, Don? Do you have it there? The fee?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all right.
I want to say theirs is a little over 100,000, because Mutes is 60, so I think theirs is
Basically, like it was last year?
same.
Same
exact
thing. Thank you.
Exact same.
Don, how much is how many did you say just about, the estimate of the number of riders per month?
It varies. Most of the time it's between 1,300 and 1,500 riders. And we have a lot of people that are using it for work purposes, which
I want to say we've been very successful with this transit system. We didn't one successful one part of it, which was the larger passenger buses that we had, but it has been very successful in helping people to get to work, doctor, and various places where people would normally have a way to get there.
It says $144,900.
it's a little over 100.
Just a little.
Yeah. So do you know?
I knew we had it in here.
So do you know how this works? Do you have to call and schedule for pickup?
That's correct. It's called on demand.
Okay.
An on-demand service means that they have 24 to 48 hours to require a reservation or to be picked up. And a lot of people plan on calling the one day so they can get the ride the next day. So it makes them have to pre-plan. Now, we have had some hiccups, and I'm working with Steve on getting overload on the phone calls. So we're talking about that tomorrow.
Okay. So do they have a switchboard?
They don't really have a switchboard, they just have a one-person operator, and we're going to talk about ways to improve that. Because if you got the one line, one calling in, you're either going to get busy or no answer. They only have one person working, because as you can imagine, they're only busy at a certain time, so it's hard to have 2 or 3 people scheduled to work when they're doing nothing most of the day, and then all of a sudden, during that one time period, they get their rush of phone calls.
So are they allowed to call in and cancel or change their plans?
They're allowed to call in, but again, remember, it's on demand, so it's not like a taxi cab service which comes and picks you up right then. It has to be pre-planned. They do, if they have an opening, if you call in, say you just canceled, and then Miss Janet called in, they could slip her into that slot. But so it's always good to call because there may be an opening. And if you look over there, they're running about 5 vans a day right now.
Can I add something? It seems to be working a lot better than our bus, the thing that we started with. To me, it does. Is that correct?
That's correct. We tried one system, that didn't work. Then we went to this system, and it's been successful. We do have hiccups, and it has a meeting program.
You ride the bus.
Excuse me.
Yeah. You ride the bus.
Any other questions?
You ride the bus.
All in favor? Motion carries. All right, this is what you just asked about, Rosie. Do I have a motion to approve the submission of a grant application for Project Safe Neighborhoods funding.
So move.
Second.
We got a motion for Travis Beard and a second by Rosie Jones. Abby?
Good evening. This is a grant due in about a week and a half for the Department of Justice. This is for the Project Safe Neighborhood funding. This will be approximately $33,000 or so is going to be our ask, and there's no match for this grant. Be happy to answer any questions you may have. Oh, I'm sorry. This is going to go toward the funding is going to go towards the purchase of cameras, security cameras.
So, do you have any idea where they'll be going, or will?
They're currently personnel in the police department figuring out exactly where these will go. They'll be fixed locations, so they have to know ahead of time. Obviously, they can't be moved around very easily, anyways. So, right now, that's to be determined. But they have a preliminary list, but it's not finalized.
And you asking for 30?
I'm sorry.
How much are y'all asking for this?
It's going to be about 33 or so. The DOJ for equipment has a line item for about 46,000. That's a cap, but I think we've come up with enough to ask for. They're splitting it between us and another police department, so it's going to be. That would be a lot. That would be a huge chunk of it if we got what we're asking for. Yeah.
Do you have any questions for Abby? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 25, to have a motion to approve of change order number 2 and the final summary of the Jackson Street improvements, Clayton to Madison.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Travis Beard, a second by Nettie Davis. Dennis Bonds.
Yes, sir. Good evening. This will be the final wrap-up for our Jackson Street, Clayton to Madison job. So if you look at those numbers, we came in final construction cost at 1.8% above the original bid amount with our changes due to a variety of things. Out of those 84 total pay items, you can see in the detail sheet there, working over the course of that job, about 30 came in a little higher quantity, 54 came in a little lower, so on the shifting and shuffling, this is a final adjustment to get this cleaned up and paid off.
Where is this, what the change orders related to those homes that are being built over on Jackson Street, the total project that they are doing?
Well, this is the road work itself, Ms. Nick.
Okay.
From Clayton all the way to Madison.
Okay.
Any questions of Dennis? All in favor? Motion carries. We have nothing on the study agenda. Mr. Logan, do we need to determine a need for an executive session?
We do not, Mr. President.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to
Got a motion by Travis Beard.
Second.
Second by Rosie Jones. All in favor? All right. City Council adjourned.